Hey, it's Renee, and I am here with a video on single mothers and enlisting in the military. So I was asked by a subscriber, hi Emily, just to kind of put a little 411 out there for you guys who are mommies, real life, doing it on your own, and trying to join the military, whether it be Army, Air Force, Navy, Coast Guard, whatever, Marines, whatever it is that's out there that you want to do. What information do you guys need? What insight can I give you guys to help get you where you need to go? Absolutely, because when I joined or was looking to join, I had no information. I couldn't find information about my job that I chose. I couldn't find information about being a single mom in the military. I couldn't find anything. And it's different when you join the military and you're married or you have a spouse or what have you. And then later on life happens and you get divorced and it's like, okay, well, I'm already in. It's different joining single. Lord, is different joining single. It's hard, ladies. I can't even pretend that it's not difficult being a single mom in the military, because the military requires you to do the job, whatever it is. If you go into the field for 2 weeks, if you go in TDY, if they're sending you for training at another installation, if you're whatever, you have to perform. We have 24-hour duties, we have 12-hour shifts, whatever. And you have to have a plan on who's going to keep my child, and if I'm gone for like a week or two, or if I get deployed for 18 months, who's going to keep my child? You have to have that. But we're going to get there with the family care plans. So I wanted to start with what to expect. Like what to expect when expecting. That's cute. But what to expect when joining the military when you're single. So first of all, you go talk to a recruiter. Let me just keep it real with you, okay? You go talk to a recruiter and you say, hey, I want to join the military. First thing they ask you, do you have kids? Yeah. Do you have a spouse? No. Single. Here's your two options, lady. You can get married, be married. I'm going to leave that there. Okay? Or you can sign your kids over to someone. I'm going to leave that there too. So get married, be married. Simple as that. You take it for what you want. My email's linked below if you have other questions. But signing your kids over is literal. You have to get a lawyer. You have to sign documentation signing your kids over. Catch. It is not just for the length of time that it takes for you to do basic and AIT, which is normally less than a year unless you choose one of the medical fields that you're gone, maybe a year and a half. It is for your first enlistment. Ladies, that is your first 4 years. Some jobs, it is 5 years. So whatever your first contract is, that is the amount of time that you're signing your child over for. You can take care of them, you can send child support, but that child does not live with you. You live in the barracks. You are a single soldier in the barracks, and that's it. I think they get some type of BAH or something, but that's simply just to take care of the child. It's not, there's no living off post. There's no living in your own house. You are a single soldier in the barracks if you go that route. Or you can go the other route. Get married. Be married. Have that certificate. Moving on. So after you figure out that situation, whatever works best for you and your family, don't ask me what I did, okay? Don't ask. Don't ask. So after you get that situated, then you start bringing in birth certificates and paperwork and blah, 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 blah. And then you set up your appointment to go to MEPS. So if you have tattoos like me, so I have tattoos on my wrist, I have tattoos, I got this in the military, but I have tattoo of stars that goes up my neck kind of a little bit. When I joined, they did have to take pictures and document all of my tattoos. So I'm pretty sure they will still do that for you. Tattoos are a big thing. 1 month it is, or 1 quarter it is. You know, you can't have tattoos below your elbow. You can't have tattoos here and there. And then it turns to whatever. Don't let it be bigger than the size of your palm. So it always changes. So all your tattoos are documented. Neck tattoos are a no-go. So neck, hand. So neck tattoos, hand tattoos, things of that nature, you can get a waiver for them, but they're kind of a no-go. So then after that, you go to MEPS. MEPS is in whatever the biggest city around you is. Where I joined, it was about an hour away. That is MEPS. That's where you go. You meet with counselors. You take your ASVAB. The ASVAB actually measures math, science, different things. Some people study for it. I don't know. It just depends on how you feel. I was out of school for over, like 10 years when I joined. Yeah, I was out of school for like 10 years when I joined, and I did pretty well. So just being normal, having normal jobs, you know, normal common sense gets you where you need to be on the ASVAB. But if you want to sharpen up a little math, a little science, it's not really going to hurt. Do it. But you take your ASVAB. Depending on what your scores are, they tell you a list of jobs that you can do. So when I went, they were trying to get me like all these computer jobs, like techie site type stuff, or like airplanes. I was like, I want to be a nurse. So he's like, okay, well, he stuck me up to be a medic. Now knowing what I know, I should have went as a LPN, but you know, life actually steered me in the right direction, because being a medic, I actually am now able to be a paramedic, which is way, way better than an LPN. Way better, I'm sorry. So, and the time away from my family, I'm not even gonna take that out because this is real life. So, being a medic actually got me to being where I actually wanted to be, which is a paramedic. So, depending on what your score is, that is going to get you where you need to be. It's going to give you like a list of jobs. If you're not feeling it, tell them. Don't just take what is handed to you, guys. And a lot of people take their job based on when the basic training dates are. If you really want to be something, and you're able to, you know, your scores say that you can, then don't take something just because it leaves next week, you know, or don't be discouraged if you take a job that leaves, you know, 5 months from now. It's about your career, it's about your future. So take what you want to take, and don't let them just give you anything. So after MEPS, after you pick your job, after you take your ASVAB, then you go back to MEPS, and right before you leave, like the day before you leave, and you do like height and weight and the duck walk, and they check your vitals. The P test, ladies, you're gonna P test 25 million thousand times, okay? P test, and then you go on your way. You get on the bus and you leave. You swear in, and you leave. You swear in first when you sign your contract, and then your actual basic training date, you swear in again. So in between those times, so I went to MEPS, and then I had like 2 or 3 months. So I started running, push-ups, sit-ups, but honestly, nothing gets you ready for basic training, because it's nothing like anyone can tell you how it is. All I can say is work hard with your recruiters and whatever group they have for beginning to get you conditioned and training and working out a little bit. A lot of times they do like sprints and things, start showing you some of the PRT workouts and things of that nature, just to kind of start the flow. But honestly, when you get on that bus to go to basic training, you get on the airplane, you go to the USO, you sit there, and the bus comes, picks you up, and you meet your drill sergeants. And it's like, what the hell did I just do? And everyone has that, and it's bad, guys. I can't even lie. It's bad. And actually it's not, because we are in the new army and things are really like cushioned for us. And I don't even feel bad because people are not as tough and strong as they used to be. And I mean, that's just a sign of the times. But it's still bad. Drill sergeants suck in the beginning, but then in the end, they are your best friend. Honestly, you're like, I love you. I never want to leave you. Like, what am I gonna do without you? And it's just like, you just hated me, 2 weeks ago, or 8 weeks ago. But the transition of the person is crazy because the army rewires you. Like, you're just like, wow. Like, I can't even believe that I came in this way, thinking this way, and it's totally different. You get to a place where, like, talking to people who are not military is weird. Like, get out, Dylan. Every time I'm recording, they leave me alone unless I'm recording. I'm too quiet. It's like a kid. It's too quiet. But it's like everything about you changes when you're basic training. You eat different. You sleep different. You move different. You go on autopilot. I mean, everything. In my brother's National Guard, and the best advice that he gave me, I'm older than him, and he was like, dude, just act like a baby. And I was like, what? And he's like, I'm telling you, just whatever they say, do exactly what they say. Don't ask no questions. Don't give no lip. Don't fix your face funny. Hard. Like, just do whatever they say because they will teach you how to eat, how to walk, how to dress, how to make your bed, how to put your closet, how to use the bathroom. Like, they teach you everything. They completely wipe away everything that you ever knew. And they strip away everything, your phone, you writing letters. It's like jail. But I mean, it's a good come up though, and it's great. I still have friends from basic training 2 years ago, girls and guys who I've known, I met on the way, and even AIT. I meet friends now. It's like, wasn't you in my class? You're like, yeah, and you just get to talking about how your career's been, where you've been, what you've done. A lot of us are I'm on this paramedic path. I've met another guy who went to basic with me, was on a paramedic path, but he's paying for it out of his pocket where the Army's paying for mine. Like, it's just so crazy how everyone's given the same opportunities in the beginning. You started together, kind of like siblings, and then you just dispersed. So basic is that way. AIT, all I know is AIT for 68 Whiskey. So if you guys are interested in 68 Whiskey AIT, just leave me a comment below and I'll do kind of in depth on that. But if not, whatever it is that you choose as your job, that's what the AIT will be. My AIT was 4 months, but I actually was a holdover for a month, so I was gone for 5 months. I was gone for a total of 7 months from my family. I chose to use my mom as my care. So my mom took care of my kids, and I set up an allotment, pretty much just where money just went from my account to hers. I think civilian is like a wire. And that's how I provided for my kids, even though I was not able to talk to them or be near them the first couple months. So I do recommend that when you go to AIT or basic training, they do say, hey, we'll set up bank accounts for you and all this or whatever. People go without bank accounts. But if you're a mom, you have to have that set up already. So I'm pretty sure I set up like a bill pay for my mom. And they just sent her a check, like a regular bills to her house. And that's how I took care of her. And I just set the dates that I wanted because I didn't know when I would actually get to use my phone. So I set the dates for my pay dates. And then as I got closer to graduating, I was able to finally talk to them, and then I sent like extra money for them to travel or whatever to come there. My kids came to my basic training graduation. A lot of my family did. They drove from Maryland to Texas, which is about 24 hours. No, Maryland to Oklahoma. I was in Fort Sill. But I decided not to have anyone come to my AIT because literally I was like, all right, thank you, and went home. So basic training made more sense. I was gone for 2 months. I got to see them, and then I was gone for 4 months again. So, but then I went home, so it made more sense. Let's see. The likelihood of picking your own station is 0 to none. Sorry. I kind of lucked up where I was in North Carolina before, and then I ended up at Fort Bragg, which is North Carolina. But I know people who also lived in states that had facilities or installations, and went somewhere else. It's honestly needs of the Army. It's like there's a list of people's names, and then they're just like, you guys are going here, you guys right here, going here, you guys are going here, and then that's it. Get out. So it's honestly needs of the Army. So it just depends. The toughest thing for me, being a single mom in the military, not even just the joining part, is thinking, okay, right now it's gravy. My mom's about an hour away. So if I'm in the field, if I, she can just drive here, drop the kids off, go to work and come back, or anything like that. But if I go to Texas or Arizona or California or Florida, what am I going to do with my kids? If I have to go to, no, no, not if, when I have to go to the field, what am I going to do with my kids? So what you have to do, honestly, is establish a network of people where you are. And it's hard, but it comes. So a lot of times the males in the your unit have wives, and a lot of them don't work. A lot of military wives don't work. I'm not sitting here saying all of them don't, because I know a lot of guys who their wife does work, but majority stay home. They're able to. The military pays your rent. Like, what do I need to work for? So a lot of military wives stay home and tend to the children. So a lot of times, just building those networks, because you're a female, it's not necessarily, I mean, you network with the guys because you have to work with them. Those are your brothers in arms. But getting to know their wives also. So when things happen with you, when you have to go to the field, it's like, hey, Susan, we have to go to the field. Are you able to keep Timmy, or pick him up from the bus or whatever? So a lot of times, just establishing those friendships, and they come. The military is such a family oriented place where, like, you really build relationships with people who you honestly never probably would have talked to, but like the relationships are so strong that it's like it's easy to say, hey, it's just me and Timmy. Can you ask Susan if she can watch him when we go to the field? Like, that would be cool. And go from there. Now, parenting plans. You have to have a bona fide certified family care plan in the military if you're a single parent or dual military. So it's not kind of singling us out, because the Army don't care, honestly. They will deploy two parents at the same time. They try not to, but they will. If push comes to shove and y'all married and y'all both need to deploy, y'all both gonna go. So it's like, okay, what do I do? Um, you have to have who's going to keep your children. If it's long term, if it's short term, you have to have bank account information for them. You have to have a detailed, like, written out instructions on how to care for my child. You have to have all this be counseled by your commander and in a folder. So at a drop of the dime, if you got to go, you got to go. And if you don't have a workable family care plan, that is like means for dismissal. So it's a huge thing. So if you're about to join, think about, like, okay, if I'm here in my state and my family's here, great. But if I go somewhere else, what am I going to do? And they give you time, like 30 days when you get to your unit. So you have time to think about those things, but that needs to be at the forefront of your thought process. And I know a lot of people who take family members, grandma. I try to take my grandma. She busy though. They want to work. Who want to work? I'm like, and my mom, I'm like, mom, like, come on. But she want to be married and stuff. So, I mean, it's cool, but we're still close enough. But if you go far, you need a certified, bona fide preparation plan for your kid. And a lot of times, if you're on certain missions, you'll just get called out of the blue. Hey, we going to the field right now. Show up here. Show up here in 2 hours. And you're like, huh? What? But if you have a family care plan, you actually get extended time. So you get like 4 hours. Literally just enough time to drop your kid off and come back. So all that being said, I mean, I feel like I've been rambling on for a long time, but not really saying anything. So if you have specific questions, leave them down below. So I'm going to end with pros and cons. The good or the bad first. The good or the bad first. The good or the bad first. I always like to take the bad first. So cons. The cons of joining the military, especially older. So the person who reached out to me was the exact age I was when I joined. If you join older, if you have prior work experience, me, I was in management. I was a store manager twice before joining the military, and then I joined lower enlisted. So it was like I came in and I immediately was treated like a child in training, which I expected. But when I got to my unit and I got a little, a little time underneath my belt, and I learned the system, I'm 30 years old. I'm tired of you talking to me like I'm 12, period. In the military, they don't look at your age. They don't care. They don't care. All they see is that rank. That's it. So you respect the rank, and if you don't have rank, if you're lower enlisted, you're treated like a child. It does not matter. My boss is like 2 years older than me, and yeah. But I've had, over 5 years of management experience. But in the rank that I am, I have to shut the hell up and just do whatever is told. And that's the only con, because right now I'm in the thought process of getting out. Only reason I'm getting out is because I want to be normal again. I worked regular job. This is not an end all be all for me. Sometimes it is, but it's not. And because I have this paramedic to fall back on, I'm doing what I love, and I know that military medicine is not the type of medicine I want to do. Military medicine is very sugar coated, and no one really goes for their real problems, because too many people in your business. So I want to do real medicine. So that's why I'm thinking about getting out. But that's my biggest con, honestly, is because no matter how old you are or how mature you are, I am treated differently because I'm more mature. Honestly, I am. But when it comes down to it, I'm still treated like I'm 18 years old, you know? So it's just weird. Telling someone I have an appointment is just weird. At a civilian job, I'll just take a day off and do all my appointments. But Army, there really are no days off. It's Monday through Friday. If you're not accounted for, there's a reason why. So pros though, let's go to the pros, guys. The Army is amazing, or military. Let me quit. Insert military everywhere I said Army, okay, in this whole video. So the military is amazing. It is not for everyone, but if you are dedicated and serious about it, you can get whatever you want out of it. Honestly, I've been in for 2 years, about 2.5 now, and I've done nothing but training. But it's because of my maturity and what people have seen in me. They send me to these places. I started out, I learned all about taxes. I went to place for a year. They taught me how to do all types of taxes. And then I did people's taxes as my job. And it was like, wow. And now I'm doing paramedic work, which I thought I would never be able to do actual medical work. But I am, and I'm doing exactly what I want to do. So the Army is what you make of it. It is a little bit of who you know, but you build those relationships. I talk to everyone from the littlest of the little to the highest of the high. Find out how they got where they are, what suggestions they have for me. Really build those relationships and listen, guys. Listen. That is the biggest thing, because a lot of times I did not know anything that was going on, but by listening, you pick it up. The Army is all about learning in the field. I got not cussed out, but fussed out, like to tears, because I had strep throat, and I went to urgent care, and they were like, okay, don't go to work, you know, you're 24 hours or whatever. That's what I'm used to. I'm a civilian. I let my sergeant know, and then that was it. Well, I ain't show up to work on Monday. And my boss was like, no, you need to go. If you got quarters, you need to go to sick call after, even though you went to the urgent care. And I was like, okay. So I went, and a captain was like, why didn't you come this morning? And I was like, because I went to urgent care. And he was like, so you supposed to come to sick call. What time is sick call? What time is it now? And here I'm like shaking. I just joined the military. I'm shaking. I'm in trouble. I was like in tears. That was the worst day of my military career, over sick call, over freaking having strep throat. So you learn in the field, in the army, but it's cool. Guys, it's cool. But it's stable. Even though military moves around a lot, honestly, you're in the place for 3 to 5 years now. It's not even that many move arounds in your career, and you have your family. Like, you're able to provide. A biggest thing for me was being able to provide for my kids without the help of anyone, the financial help of anyone, because raising kids is a network. I can't even sit here and stunt and say that I raise these kids alone. My friends fuss at them when they get in trouble. My mom helps me with these kids all the time. My brothers, my sister. So raising the kids, it takes a village, honestly. But to be able to take care of them financially on your own was the biggest thing for me, because if and when their fathers help, that's cool. But I know that if they don't come through, I got it. And that's what the Army gave to me. So that's the biggest pro. And the downfalls, the landscaping, and picking up freaking rocks and stuff, and, you know, the long days and the heat, honestly, is not anything compared to being able to have a stable life for me and my kids. So that is the biggest pro of joining the military. And I support any mother, who's deciding to do that for their children, and to kind of give up your life and your freedom for that of your kids. And you're able to do it, point blank period. You're able to do it. Don't let anyone discourage you. Honestly, my email is always linked below. If you would like to email me and just talk one-on-one, that's possible. I'm just a normal person who decided to talk in front of a camera. Whatever. But I mean, honestly, you can do whatever you want to do. And if it's the military for you, then so be it. I have a young lady who went to church with me, and she wanted to join the military. My mom kind of linked this back up, and I just talked to her, answered all of her questions for months and months and months. And she left, and I'm so excited that she's now in AIT right now, and we are going to talk tonight. I'm going to call her. I just got her number because, you know, she's back on her phone and stuff now. So, and she looks good. She lost weight, and it's just crazy to see someone who thought that they weren't going to be able to do it actually do it. And I'm actually helping a guy friend of mine who was like, yo, I'm going to take the ASVAB. I really want to do something different with my life. And he's like 30. And it's like, cool, do it. Like, it's never too late. You can always change your life and make it what you want. Because as I always say, you might as well make the rest of your life the best of your life. And like, the military for a lot of people is that. So definitely. So all that being said, I feel like I was just rambling and I didn't say anything, but I probably did say a lot. So if you have specifics, please comment below. I will answer them. I am really good about answering the comments because I don't get that many. So please leave a comment below. And if you would like to talk one-on-one, I always link my email below, guys. But definitely go after your dreams. And if this is it, I hope I helped you with something. So thanks, guys, for watching this long ass video. And the kids, so thanks. Until next time, guys. Bye.